one of my favorite questions that I've come across this week was actually presented by a fourth grader named Benji, and he's going to post the question. Go ahead, Benji. What's your question?
So, use as many or as few of those pieces as you like to fill in the grid.
So the grid he's speaking of is this grid here, and you want to use these pieces here and fill it in. Now, the question I'm actually going to answer the question because you don't have the capabilities of actually doing it right now. I will show you before we get started what people have tried. And so if you take a quick look, let's see if I can do this. We take a quick look using my camera. You can see, oh, that's not my camera. You can see that the pieces will fit right on in. Here we go. The pieces will fit in, and we can try. A lot of people will just randomly try putting some pieces on and making it work, which isn't a bad idea, but you will run into some problems. Like this one here, you can see that that piece is missing. Maybe I'll put this one on top and then put this one here and then grab this one because that looks about right. And maybe I'll grab this one. And you can see now there's two spots missing. The reason why this is such a great question is because before we start working, or after you start working, you do a little bit of trial and error, you'll start realizing that if you use some of the pieces, you might always have some leftover space, or you might just knock all the pieces off the board, like I seem to be doing. You'll have leftover space, and obviously if you have leftover space, that's no good. So what we've tried is just filling them in. Oh, and right now we're also doing Easter eggs, which will bring me up to my next video, perhaps. You'll see, we always have some leftover space, like even this one. Or we'll have too many, and clearly this one is not supposed to be there. So what's actually happening is this. Two things. The very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to say, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. That's a triangle number. And if you're not sure what triangle numbers are, I'm going to explain real quick. A triangle number is this. This is 1. No, that's 1. This row would be 1 plus 2, which is 3. This row is 1 plus 2 plus 3, which is 6. And it's just the sum of each row. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 equals 10. And so the next one is going to be 5 rows, which is going to be 10 plus 5, which would be 15. The next one is my 6th row, so it would be 15 plus 6, which is 21. By the way, everybody should know 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 if you've ever gone bowling. Anyway, so if we now take a look, we now realize that we have 21 spaces. Well, if we look at our pieces, you may or may not have realized that some pieces have 5 and some pieces have 4. So I'm going to separate them by 5s and 4s. And once I do that, I've kind of get that. And I now know that I need to get 21. Well, if I have 1 4 piece, that would mean I need 17 more. Well, I can't do that with only 5s. And this is the part that I thought was very, very clever. If I have 2 4 pieces, I would have 8, but 21 minus 8 is, what's 21 minus 8? Anybody know? Add 2 to 8, what do you got?
10.
10. Add 2 to 21, what do you got?
23.
What's 23 minus 10?
23 minus 10 is 10.
23 minus 10 is not 10.
13.
13. So that's not going to work because
You messed me up.
if I have 3 4 pieces, that's 12. What's 21 take away 12?
21 take away 12 is 14.
21.
21 take away 12 is not 14.
I know.
21 take away 12 is 9. So that can't work. So if I have 4 4 pieces, I'll have 16. What's 21 take away 16?
21.
Benji's your favorite number, 21.
5.
5. Good. Oh, which means I need 1 5 piece. So what I can do is this. Not really knowing anything else, I know that I have to use all 4 of these. So if I use all 4 of them, let's see what will happen. Well, that's not going to work, so let's see. If we use all 4 of them, we might be able to come up with a solution. Oh, and look at this. There you go. There is actually another solution that you can use this one as well. But I thought, like I said, the actual problem is very, very clever because you had to look at how many spaces you had and then how many little spheres were on each set. That's it. That was a great question. Well done, Benji, for coming up with that question. You need to work on your addition and subtraction, though.
Yay!
And as you can see, it's Easter egg time, so I'm going to say goodbye and dye some eggs.